There's no need to knock, my rose. Would I have called you here if I just wanted you to wait outside? Of course not. Please, come in. Oh, you are such a sight for sore eyes. Oh, it's quite all right. It's nothing. Just a few cuts and a couple bruises. I'll heal and be back to normal before you know it. And what happened? Well, I suppose I do owe you that. That friend I was meeting at the gym, well, we spar. Yes, entirely for training purposes. You remember what I said? You can never be too prepared. Even something like hand-to-hand combat that'll rarely see use. I still want to be an expert in it, so that if the time ever comes, I'll be ready. Ready to defend myself and finish whatever needs to be finished. I know you don't like it when I talk like that, but it's true. Sometimes keeping this place safe, keeping you safe, means doing things I may not want to. Getting my hands dirty so that yours can stay clean. You are the most precious thing in the world to me. And I promise I'll never let anything happen to you. I know you've probably heard me say that a few times now, but it's true. It's really true. Yes, this was not an attack like last time, so you can calm your nerves. This was simply practice with a good friend of mine. Well, he's a very, very close friend. I've known him for, what, almost 20 years now. He is the strongest and one of the fiercest people I have ever met. I'm certainly no pushover, but even I have never been able to best him. That's true, not once. Someone with that level of expertise, you'd be foolish not to learn a thing or two from him. How does he cut me this bad? Well, in order to maintain a realistic environment, we don't use any protective gear. That's right. No gloves, no headgear. Bare knuckle, straight to the face. That is how it causes cuts like this. Because if it comes down to it, in a real scenario, I won't have the luxury of headgear protecting me. Yes, it is important. Do you remember when I told you about my family? What happened to them? I suppose I've never gone into too much detail. A little over 17 years ago, it was a normal day, mundane, just like any other. My family was home. My parents, my brother. I remember him and I had been stuck inside all day because it was raining. Him and I used to wrestle a lot, play fight. And on more than a few occasions, we broke something a little valuable. So we made sure to clear everything out of the room first, make sure it wouldn't break. Yes, that way the only thing that would break would be us two. I do miss him. And like I said, the drop of a hat, everything changes. One moment, it's a normal, happy day. And the next moment, gunfire. Sound of windows shattering, doors being kicked in. A rival family decided to attack us. I was young. I wasn't sure why, and it never really mattered. Fortunately, my friend, he was a bodyguard back then. My family had hired him. Yes. We used to joke that he was just a babysitter because his task was to make sure we didn't get hurt, my brother and I. Unfortunately, my brother had wandered into the next room and looking for our mother. And that's when the gunfire rang out. I couldn't think. I couldn't hear. I couldn't see. It was all a chaotic blur. Fortunately, he was there. He grabbed me and ran. I owe that man my life. The only reason I'm not deep in the ground with my family is because of him. I'll spare you some of the more gruesome details of the scene, but we went to a doctor, and he had to get 7 bullets removed from him. I was completely unarmed. Yeah. He survived, yes, of course. Like I said, the strongest man I've ever known. Of course. Yes, I do try to take care of myself any way I know how. Treat the wounds. Well, normally I just wash them out, let them heal on their own. I can see that doesn't really sit well with you. I do apologize if I worried you too much with that story. You would? Well, I do have a sort of gel that's supposed to help soothe injuries like these. I'll use it, but only on one condition. I want you to apply it. Yes, you heard me. I want you to put these gorgeous, soft, delicate hands on my face. Can you do that for me? That's my girl. Believe me, Your hands would do a much better job healing me than any ointment or gel ever could. Yes, trust me. Here you go. As much as you see fit, I trust you. Yes, that does feel good. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. It'll disinfect the wounds, or at least prevent bacteria from getting into them. Hmm. No, it doesn't hurt. Yes, I'm sure. You could never hurt me. Mm. Hey, don't you dare look away. I know I'm looking you deep in the eyes right now. Looking at my beautiful Rose as she tends to my wounds. Please, won't you look into my eyes? Mm. Look into the eyes of the man who loves you. There you go. Much better. Yes, I think that's all, but this one should help with the bruising. Same thing, as much as you want. There you go. That feels so nice. You know, after you're done, I wouldn't mind if you held my face a little more. Yes. Go on. Put your hands back on me. Really explore my face. Can you feel this? I'll guide you. Do you feel my jaw? The rigid edge to it. My cheeks. Am I blushing a little? Do they feel warm to the touch? Don't you dare move them. You keep those hands right there. What about my chin? Or my lips? I know how much you like those. Do you feel my nose? My cheekbones? I'm not even guiding you anymore. It's alright. You touch as long as you want. It's making me feel much, much better. Looks like it's making you feel better too. Yeah, I can see your heart rate stabilizing. You definitely seem less worried, at least. Do you trust me when I tell you I'm alright? Sometimes. I suppose that's fair. The last thing I want is for you to worry about me. Let me worry about you. Let me protect you. Let me keep you safe in my arms. Let me shield you from the horrors of this world. Not a day goes by that I don't regret bringing you into it with me. But having you here, by my side, hands on my face, is something I could never live without. Maybe this is good enough. Well, the bed is right there, and admittedly, I am a bit exhausted. Sparring really does take a lot out of you, you know? Although I'm sure you do, seeing how many times we've done it. Yes, I'm looking forward to our next match, too. Now come here. Lie down with me. Perfect. Will you ever get to meet him? It's possible, but I wouldn't say likely. He doesn't prefer to associate with the Mafia anymore. He's a kind soul. Seeing all the terrible things that goes on in here was too much for him. He no longer wants anything to do with it, so he wanted to cut all ties. And that's why the only person who still sees him is me. But it is possible. I can talk to him about it. After all, you are much different than anyone else here. Maybe he won't mind. But for now, let's just drift off. Okay? Good. Sleep well, my darling.